Hey everybody, Martika here with Martika J Makes. Welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you something that I have a lot of experience in, okay? And we're talking about lessons that you can learn from a failed sewing project. All right. So, yeah, I know that you've been there if you've been sewing for a while, but is something that we have to deal with. So if you are joining my channel for the first time, welcome and thanks for stopping by. If you are returning, welcome back and thank you for coming back. So let's talk about this because for those of us who have been sewing for a while, there are projects that we cannot give you the number on. There's projects we have forgotten that we have failed because we've made them into something else. There is just those failures along the way in sewing. And I will be the first to tell you, you will fail along the way in sewing, okay? So you will want to throw in the towel at some point. You will want to throw the fabric away at some point. You will want to throw the sewing machine away. You want to throw away the whole sewing room, okay? So this can be very frustrating, but I have learned with time and with not giving up in my sewing journey that there are lessons that we can learn from our failed sewing projects. So let's get started. Got my notes here for you because I don't want to forget nothing. And these are things that I have definitely learned along the way. First of all, I have learned that practice makes progress, okay? Practice makes better. I never tell myself that practice makes perfect. I kind of got out of telling myself that a long time ago because I'm not perfect, okay? And if I set my standard for perfect, I'm going to disappoint myself often, all right? So for me, it's you build more progress along the way. You get better along the way. Yes, you may have that perfect stitch. You notice that things come together a lot easier along the way, and it looks a heck of a lot better along the way as you go. So that could be sewing on zippers. That was my big fight, y'all. I had a time with like invisible zippers. Oh my goodness. And it took me a moment to realize what I was doing wrong. Yes, I was sewing the zipper on, but when I would go to zip it up, it wasn't looking like an invisible zipper. It looked like the fabric where, it looked like a little opening there where there should have been probably as a zipper, and it was. But it wasn't looking, given that invisible zipper look, okay, that we all know so well. So I kept going and I stopped for a minute. I was like, forget zippers. And I said, no, you're going to keep going at this and you're going to get better at it. And y'all, every chance I got, I would practice. I got scrap pieces of fabric and like a shorter invisible zipper. And I started kind of working with that and practicing with that. Then I would do it in a garment. Because on those scrap pieces, it looked great. And I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong when I go to my garment? Okay. And for me, I wasn't getting close enough to the zipper teeth. Okay. I was scared I was going to break my needle. So I got better at it along the way by practicing on it more. So whatever that is, whether it be buttons or zippers or straight stitches or zigzags or whatever, we all have something that we can get better at in the sewing world. Now, the next one is patience and paying attention to detail. Yeah. A lot of times when we mess up or when we fail on a project or even a part of a project, because y'all know us as sewers, we can hide some stuff, all right? And take a picture and that thing look good, but don't turn it over. But paying attention to detail is so key. For me, paying attention to detail of the instructions is what's important, and not getting so excited to finish this project that I miss something. And I have done that several times along this journey. Got excited, skipped a step. That step was important and had to go back to see where I had went wrong. Okay? So paying attention to detail, slowing down and having the patience to find the issue or to make sure every detail of that project or those instructions are getting transferred into what you are doing makes such a difference. So make sure you are paying attention to detail, not just to the instructions, but to the garment itself. You're seeing what you need to do, you're sewing. Pay attention to the stitches. Pay attention to how it's lining up. Is your fabric shifting or doing things like that as you are sewing? Pay attention to the details as you sew. This takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of slowing down, as a lot of us tend to forget because we hit that presser foot. And I'm sorry, yeah, we hit the pedal, and we want to zoom across that sewing machine, but we have to slow down if we want to get that thing right. Okay. The next thing is making sure that you are choosing the right fabric, y'all. Now, let me back up. Let me give a disclaimer. Sometimes we as sewists, we want to get creative and we want to see what a different type of fabric look like on a different type of project. For instance, if that project calls for wovens, but we're looking at it and we know this would look really cute in a knit. What type of knit are we choosing to try this in? Okay, do we think that it's going to work? Are we experienced enough to know it's going to work? Are you good with sewing with knits? Are you good with sewing with wovens? Are you good with sewing with silks? Things like that. Paying attention to fabric choices that you are making for your projects, okay? Make sure that the choices that is recommended are fabrics that you do enjoy sewing with. There are some things out there, like patterns, that I won't buy because I don't like the fabric options, okay? And I'm looking at it and it wouldn't really look good in too much else. So there are things out there that I won't sew just because of that, because there are certain fabrics, no, I'm not going to list them, but there are certain fabrics that I really do not enjoy sewing with, and that's okay, y'all. That's what makes it your journey. If you don't enjoy sewing with knits, don't sew with knits. If you don't enjoy sewing with linen, don't sew with linen. If you don't enjoy sewing with rayon, don't sew with rayon. However, there are blends as well. And you might try different blends, like linen blends, like polyester and rayon, cotton and rayon, things like that. You might enjoy these things better. So just make sure that you are choosing the right fabrics and the fabrics that you enjoy sewing with to make it more enjoyable, to help you stay away from those failures, okay? The next one is skills and improving, okay? Improving your skills is basically what I'm saying. You're going to improve, just like practicing makes progress. Your skills are going to go through the roof the more you work at it, y'all. I'm telling you, if you are taking pictures, this is one way to tell. If you're taking pictures of your projects as you go, whether you're sharing them on social media or not, who cares about that? This is for you. Make sure that you are taking pictures of yourself in your pieces so that you can see your progress along the way. Y'all, I have sewn, and I still have it, but I sewed up this. It was supposed to have been like a tunic top. All right. This was at the beginning of my sewing journey. When I got back to it, put it like that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I cut the right size, but somewhere along the way I did something wrong. Okay. Because it looked like a mini dress after I finished. It looked like a loose mini dress. And I was like, golly, and I really like the look of this fabric too. Now, let me be honest with you. The feel of that fabric was not the greatest because it was silky, it didn't breathe or anything like that. But the fabric was beautiful. So what did I do? I just turned it kind of like into a house dress, okay? Something I would wear around the house. Now, I may go back to that now that I have more experience, and I'm probably going to change that thing up some, maybe add some elastic to do some ruching on the sides and, make it into the top that I want to in some kind of way, probably wear it definitely on a cooler day to where I feel like I'm able to breathe in it. But those are the things that I'm talking about as far as your skill level. Now, if I was to sew that today from that pattern, it'd probably come out looking exactly the way that I want it to look. But even just looking at your skills from your beginning projects to your projects of today, you're able to do your own little timeline of how your skills progressed as you went along. So definitely you will improve as you go. All right. So don't take that lightly. Take your pictures, whether you show them to anybody or not, so that you have a catalog of how well you have improved as time went on. Now, the next thing is problem solving. Okay. This helps you to solve problems and avoid them in the future. All right. When you are going back and you're paying attention to those details and you are figuring out where you did mess up in that project, it helps you to solve the problem. Okay. Is this fixable? All right. Yes, it's fixable. Let me get the seam ripper out. Let me do this over again. Although these two pieces are already sewn together and they're kind of in the way, I can figure out a way to get around to this so that this will look right. Or when I make this again, I will definitely make a note on the instructions so that I don't forget that step next time. Or this may not work out for me. Instead of putting a zipper there, I wonder how that would look with elastic, because I think that that would be more comfortable for me to wear. Problem solving, okay? For your own projects, for your own garments and things like that. Do I need to move these buttonholes over a little bit? Because I did my little fit, and I think where they have the buttonholes, it's over a little bit too far. I think I'll feel more comfortable with them right here and things like that. That's problem solving, okay? So just make sure that you are really, like we said, paying attention to those details, looking at those problems, jotting those problems down in your sewing planner or whatever so that you don't forget next time, making some critical notes. Did you have to cut the zipper down so far, although it asked for this length, but you had to make an adjustment here for that to look right? Write those things down because you're solving the problems as you go. Now, another one is understanding, being able to understand your fit. Okay, being able to understand how your garments are supposed to fit. Those failed projects will get you every time. Okay, if it comes out too big, what size did I choose? Why did I choose that size? Okay, well, maybe I should have chosen that size, but it seemed like that size would have been too small. Did I look at the universal measurements or did I look at the finished garment measurements? Did I choose the size with too much ease or not enough ease? Yeah, it helps you get the fit right for the future. Y'all, that's something I still work on, okay? I have sewn garments and I've sewn garments recently where the fit it's fitted. But in all honesty, I wouldn't be comfortable in it all day. So next time I make it, I need to go a step up and give myself some more ease. Understanding that looking at the front of that pattern and seeing how it fits that model is very critical in me choosing the correct amount of ease in the fitted garment. Okay. Something that even I am still working on. Okay. I am not a perfectionist. All right. We are all on a journey. Some of the best make those mistakes. Okay. So it's okay. Learn from that. Learn your fit, learn your body type, learn how you like things to fit, okay? You may want your pants more fitted in the hips, more loose in the thighs. I don't know. However you want things to fit, make sure that you are making a mental note of that. Make sure you are writing that down so that you know if this is supposed to be a fitted piece, I need to make sure that I have X amount of measurements of ease in this garment to fit me the way that I like for it to hang on my body. Things like that, okay? Make note of that. And last but not least, y'all, perseverance. You have to persevere through this thing. You really do. Things that you want, you have to persevere through, okay? There is going to be, and I have said it time and time again, not just for myself through learning it, but even like to my daughter, through other people who I have spoken with, really in life. This is a life lesson. Perseverance. I don't care how much you love to do something. There are going to be some things about it that you do not like. Okay, there's going to be some things about sewing that you do not like. There's going to be some things about business that you do not like. There's going to be some things about cleaning your house that you do not like. There's going to be some things about putting on your makeup that you do not like. Okay, there's going to be things in life of everything, cooking, baking, whatever it is that you do not like in the process, in the journey. But you have to persevere through those things in order to get the results that you are looking for. So persevere, y'all. Push through. Keep going. Don't throw away the sewing machine. Don't throw away the fabric. If you mess up on it, if you fail at it, who do you know can wear this? I'm going to gift them with this. If this looks like they might like this, I'll see if they like it. Or, oh, this is a lot of fabric and I'm not even going to wear this. What else can I make out of this? Is there another pattern that I can take this fabric and cut it out of? Solve the problem. Persevere through it. Improve as you go. All of the above that I have mentioned. Okay? So understand that you are going to fail, but there are so many valuable lessons that you can and you will learn in the process of it. And you can find all of these things that I have talked about. You can find them on my blog, okay? So be sure to go and check it out. If you need a reminder, you can always come back to this video. Absolutely, please do come back to this video. Give it a thumbs up, y'all, and subscribe if you have not. And I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks for watching and happy sewing. Bye-bye.